Today we're going to be talking about AI agents, a topic that has been trending as of lately, and it is quite interesting looking at the things that it can do in the short term and long term in the whole economy. So today we're going to be talking about some companies that have started implementing it and how that will allow people to start reaping the benefits and also the negative side effects of doing so. In my opinion, I think the benefits outweigh the bad stuff about it just because it is sort of it will expose inefficiencies in the market that we currently have. So AI will just make everything better, right? So let's get right into it. So AI agents can actually amplify, and this is from a McKinsey, if I'm not mistaken, can amplify efficiency by 1,000%. So what does that mean? It means that a team of 10 people can work like they were a team of 50 people. That has never been possible. It's kind of like, those robots that you put in your house. The vacuum ones, they do the job of like a whole person for an entire 3 hours a day. This is sort of the same concept that we're talking about here. But in the digital world, so say you're running a company, you have your job, it will just make everything more efficient, right? So, just like you have to do chores at your house and you have robots helping with that, like a dishwasher, even, for example, it's not like really AI or anything, but a dishwasher is a good example, or just how robotics are such a big thing in like car factories, you know what I mean? So this is what's next. This hasn't been possible at this scale yet. We've been having automations, make.com, 8n, and those other apps, but deploying intelligent automations is a different thing because they can make decisions. And guess what? Decisions is a huge part of business because a lot of energy is spent on decisions. Just think about this. You know how all the billionaires talk about how they only wear one shirt because they really value their time. They don't want to spend too much time deciding on what shirt to wear. That just doesn't make any sense, right? This is what AI agents do. They eliminate the decision-making time by, say, 80%, right? And that's not even that much. I'm just throwing out a guess there, but it's probably way more than that. I mean, it will take a team to make a decision together, like a whole week. This will look at the data, look at what's going on, make that decision. Boom. It's already done, right? And then you get a report from why that decision was made in, less than 2 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. A week versus 2 minutes. One of the things that I want to talk about, and we'll get in just a little bit, is that, there's the over-reliance that we will have on AI that can be really toxic because as humans, we're here to learn, right? We're here to be better and all that philosophical stuff. But if we're over-reliant on AI, there's not much for us to do. There's not much for us to learn. You don't need to go too hard at it. It's just kind of done for you, right? And that's kind of exciting in some ways, but that's one of the things that in the long term I think it can really, really hurt. But it's the path of how things go, and that's fine. It will work out, right? And then the job displacement at scale, like I said, it's just going to expose inefficiencies, and it's going to put people in the right place. And that's not a bad thing because, they're just going to do their jobs better or they're going to go do something else. And the market will be overall more efficient, which in turn will potentially allow them to get some sort of, universal based income. That's like the peak of the existence of AI agents in robotics and, in robotics, not and robotics. My accent can get a little funky sometimes. I don't know if that's a good way of saying it, but yeah, like I said, this is good because now a team of 1,000 people can work like a team of 10,000 people. This is a fact, right? Like, this is insane. This is really, really crazy. It's kind of like, think about agriculture. 100 years ago, it was 100% done by humans. Now, it's less than 1%. This is the same thing going on, right? But for I work in marketing. This is what's going to happen to marketing and my job. Well, there's still going to be money to be made, but it's going to get very simplified, to say the least. The money is still there in agriculture, by the way. I mean, more than ever, it just allowed us to evolve that much more in agriculture and planning stuff, right? And what's really interesting also is that it will allow us to really power up solo entrepreneurship and just really small teams doing great things. Kind of like that one guy who built the super realistic FPS game. It was like a team of college students. Those are the things that you can do with AI. This is the start. You see where I'm going? I think you do. So we'll just move on to the next, because my mom is about to get home. All right. So the 3-step breakdown on how this is going to go. Work is going to be better. You're not going to have to do unnecessary shit. You're going to be able to focus on your hobbies and do cool stuff that you actually want to do. Smaller barrier of entry. Well, college is already kind of in the past, and education itself is being revolutionized by AI and just community-based, a more community-based market rather than, monopoly sort of thing. So it's kind of already in the past. I don't condone it totally, but this is it. You don't need a PhD to do great things anymore. As long as you have those soft skills, the third one right there, you're going to be good, because those matter more than ever. Now, another thing I want you to do is look at the numbers. So if we look at the numbers and think somewhat logically, you will see, let me find somewhere here, you will see that this is an obvious trend. Obvious trends are the most ROI things that you can find when it comes to business, right? When you can spot a trend that is so obvious, such as this, you have to do something about it. You have to, we all make use of AI. The AI has completely changed the internet. Life before AI was completely different than what it is now. So, here's the thing. AI only came out 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Or maybe 2, if I'm not crazy. So, I am crazy. I'm just kidding. All right, so that is such a short period of time for you to see AI up here already in the ranking of technologies likely to be adopted by companies from 2023 to 2027. This is what I call an obvious trend. Really short period here, adoption all the way up there already, right? That's kind of something you would expect out of crypto. But no. And think about this also. All of these things that are here will benefit from AI. But AI doesn't benefit as much from all of those other things. Those other things are more benefited. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. By AI than AI it is by them. So that's how you know this is incredible. This is something completely new happening. And I'm really excited for it. So here's what I've done. And this is not an ad, I promise. If anything, this is more of an invitation. So I'm working on a project. And it's not necessarily an invitation because I'm just not accepting anybody to work on this with me. But this is a cool project. Now, imagine, and it's called Omnibot AI. Like, it's omnipresent. It's omnipresent AI agents because it takes care of your sales, marketing, everyday operations. How? Now, yeah, let me explain. Imagine you go on ChatGPT. You ask it all those questions. A lot of those questions are related to business, how to do things, so many different things, offers, and depending on where you are with the business, even looking at data. That's what AI does best. Looks at data, gives you some sort of advice or content, all that stuff, which is highly dependent on AI skills such as prompt engineering and other things. But putting all of that usefulness with the skills within using AI well and automation and deployment of these automations in AI, make it like the AI have agency over the business. It's a completely new concept, right? So imagine someone coming into your business, and deploying these AI agents that you can use on Slack. So compare it to using ChatGPT. You ask it to do something. It doesn't actually do it for you. It gives you the result. It gives you an output of like what you should do. But it doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't post for you. It doesn't generate an image with it. It doesn't have your data necessarily in it unless you really take your time to train a certain GPT on you. So that's what we're going to be doing here. Make it as effective as possible for that business. I think we could solve a lot of problems with that, especially when it comes to efficiency, decision making, output, compared to the amount of energy you spend on that output. I think for small teams and really big teams, this could be a game changer. So that's why it's coming into existence. So could fail. Probably, honestly, probably not, because I'm behind it. And if something is failing, I'm just going to pivot. So yeah, anyways. Yeah, if you guys are interested in working with something like this, then feel free to reach out to me on X, Instagram, whatever that may be. But yeah, this is an omnipresent employee. You'll get, the business will get actionable tips on what to do with their ads campaign, with their website, what they need to change based on the data. I see it as something really useful and something really exciting to work with, most of all. But then obviously helping out other businesses will be where it's at. And hopefully I can do that soon. So yeah, I am deploying these kind of systems to the world, these agents. So yeah. All right. So what should we do next? We should connect. Follow me on X, follow me on Instagram, and let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any insights you want to share with me. I'm more than happy to hear it. Leave a comment, subscribe, like the video, and yeah, let's stay in touch. Thank you for watching, and until the next time. also check out below what to watch next.